Welcome back, everybody. It's Dr. Craig Malkin. I'm a clinical psychologist and lecturer for Harvard Medical School. I'm also the author of Rethinking Narcissism, which is devoted to helping you understand and cope with narcissism in all its forms in all your relationships. Today, I want to talk about narcissistic rage, what it is, what drives it, how to respond to it. If you like my videos, please remember to subscribe by turning the notification bell on, and please like and comment because it leads to videos like this. One of the things that people talk about a lot in dealing with somebody who's extremely narcissistic is the amount of rage that comes out, the amount of anger. And there was a big discussion on my page recently about this. What happens for somebody who's extremely narcissistic where the anger seems to be so pervasive? What is that all about? Well, there's really two sources of it. One is it's well known in the research that the more narcissistic someone is, the more they respond to what's called ego threat with anger and aggression. So there's some classic studies where they gave somebody who was narcissistic feedback compared to somebody who was not narcissistic that didn't feel so good, or they didn't seem like they didn't do that well on a test or a task. And the judge delivers this feedback to them that they didn't do so well. And the more narcissistic someone is, the more they responded by devaluing the test, by saying it's stupid, by attacking the experimenter. And so this is this classic sign that what happens is anything that threatens that sense of feeling special, unique, or exceptional, which is at the core of narcissism, feels like a threat to the self. And the more narcissistic someone is, the more they respond to that with aggression, and particularly attacking the source of it. So that's one reason. But another reason is more internal. And that is for somebody who's extremely narcissistic, they've often grown up in an environment where they were shamed for normal needs and feelings, or they were abandoned for them, or they were rejected for them. And so now they've got this internal world where there's constant signals coming up in them when they have a normal moment of vulnerability or a need starts pressing. And it sends off like red light signals, like a danger alert, alert, that mobilize their defenses. And one of the easiest ways to get on top of feeling vulnerable, particularly if the experience for somebody who was narcissistic was they were made to feel small and powerless, is to get on top of that sense of powerlessness by helping themselves feel more powerful, bigger, larger emotion like anger. So now you've got this setup where there's all these internal signals constantly triggering anger. It's a fight or flight response, and the preferred mode is fight, the fight response for somebody who responds this way is extremely narcissistic. So what do you do if you're seeing these constant reactions coming up of anger? Well, the most important thing to do is for yourself is to protect yourself. So I often recommend saying something simple like, I can see that you're upset right now. I can hear it. Your voice is raised. If we can have the conversation without raised voices, happy to continue. If not, let's take a break and come back to it later. And a lot of times people say, well, that's not going to work. Well, it will work because it's for you. You're likely not going to get a good reaction, particularly if somebody's extremely narcissistic. If they're in an enraged state, you want to just distance and protect yourself. This isn't about getting a better response from them. This is about being clear in yourself about what's okay and not okay and being able to set those limits. It may or may not do anything for that person that you're interacting with, and they might even have an angry reaction, but you step away. You follow through on what you said you were going to do, which is to step out of the interaction and let's try again later. So I hope you found that helpful. If you like it, again, remember, give it a thumbs up, comment so I can share more. Thanks.